Remember I told you about the TXX version of Yo Gabba Gabba of Tex and DJ Lance? Well, there's another one. And when I saw this, I was super terrified. But if you guys don't know who I am, let me just tell you. My name is Mark. And I am a really huge fan of this user called Craig Mario Fan. But when I saw this, I was really shocked. So, if you guys are wondering how this all started, well, let me tell you. So, I was using my metal detector looking for some stuff until it beeped because I found something. I grabbed a shovel and digged it up. It was a package. And when I opened it, it was a TXX DVD. It was called Tex Segment. The cover consisted of Craig, Tito, Wubsy, and Austin looking at the camera. And behind them was Tex with the TXX logo. I thought to myself that this maybe might be a TXX version of the Craig Mario Fan Segment series. I showed this to my mom and she was impressed. When my parents went off, I decided to watch my new DVD I got. And I put the disc in and it started. It then showed the DVD menu. The menu consisted of some of the Craig Mario Fan Segment series characters: Craig, Banjo-Kazooie, Tito, Glamrock Freddy, and Golden Freddy in a black background, with the TXX logo above them, and the title, Tex Segment. Next to them were play, scene selections, setup, and bonus features. I clicked on play and it started, but when I saw this, dear God. But before the start, it showed a warning. Warning, this trailer may contain some blood, gore, violence, and some sad scenes. If you guys are sensitive by these, do not watch it by your own risk. Oh boy, here it goes again, I said. It then showed a shot of the Mushroom Kingdom, as it has zoomed in. It then shows Craig, Foxy, and Wubsy having a chat, with Barney and Knock Knock in the background, and Dry Bones, who's basically talking to someone off screen. Just then, Wubsy then started to speak.
Hey Craig and Foxy, have you heard about the tragic deeds from innocent people caused by some crazy psychotic robot?
I don't know what it.
Foxy spoke. At that moment, Barney joined in the conversation after he had a talk with Knock Knock.
And I also heard he killed some dudes in another place far away from where we live. And another thing I heard, he is out there killing 3 fish, some monsters, and a little girl family of supers, a group of bugs, and too many videos.
Barney said.
Gosh, sounds bad, Barney.
Foxy replied to him. Then Craig started to speak. Oh, don't worry, guys. I promise that this crazy psychotic robot won't find us. I mean, come on. He just doesn't know where we... Just before Craig was about to finish his sentence, it got interrupted by jetpack noises.
What is it then?
Mario asked. Then Tex dropped into the ground next to the Odyssey, as the gang then walks up to him.
Guys, what is this robot doing here at the Mushroom Kingdom?
Bob asked.
I don't know, Bob.
Sonic replied. At that moment, Tex started to speak.
Well, let me tell you who I am, Red Tomato. My name is Tex.
Wait, Wubsy, is this the robot that you're talking about? Craig replied to him.
Of course. I was talking about Craig.
Wubsy said.
That's right, you yellow gerbil. I was the one that was murdering all of these characters.
Tex said evilly.
And now, you all are next to be killed at this place.
Tex then grabbed some weapons from behind him, as everyone then all gasped.
Oh no, you're not.
Foxy says as he runs up to him, but Tex grabs Foxy by the neck and pins him to the Odyssey.
Oh, I don't think so.
Tex then grabbed the chainsaw, turns it on, and starts slicing Foxy piece by piece. Foxy screamed in his FNAF 1 jump scare noise. After that, Foxy then died. Everyone, get him! Craig said.
Come on, Larry, let's kill him.
Bob and Larry then runs up to Tex and try to throw a kick on them, but then Tex then throws Bob and Larry at the rock. Tex then walks up to them holding a knife.
It's time for me to slice up some food for tonight!
No, please don't kill us.
Larry said.
And we will do anything for you.
Aw, too bad, so sad. Now prepare to parry!
Tex then walks up to them as Tex started to slice them. Bob and Larry screamed in pain as they were getting sliced. They then died, and on Tex's chest, it was the blood of Bob and Larry. Wubbzy then jumps onto Tex and tried to rip his head off, but Tex throwed him.
Say goodbye, yellow fellow!
Tex says as he raises his axe. Before Wubbzy was about to speak, Tex slices his head off, killing him. Then Golden Freddy and Cookie Monster was gonna run up to them and try to slice his head off, but Tex then kicked them to the tree. While Tex was walking up to them, the others tried to stop him, but Tex then ended up punching them and killing them. And then when Tex got up to Golden Freddy and Cookie Monster, he grabbed the flamethrower. Cookie Monster says, "Yeah, we'll do anything for you. Please give us mercy." Golden Freddy says. Tex didn't say anything as he then started burning Golden Freddy and Cookie Monster. They both screamed in pain as they started to get burned. They screamed while they're getting burned to death. And then they fall onto the floor as they died. Then showed a compilation of Tex killing the others. The only 3 survivors who were left were Craig, Muno, and Foofa. The both of them were running until Tex grabbed onto Muno. "Hey, let me go!" Muno says. Tex then throws Muno to the ground as he started his chainsaw and started killing Muno. Craig and Foofa gasped in horror seeing Tex murdering one of his friends. While Muno was screaming in pain and dying, it showed a little shot of Tex's face while blood was splattering all over him. As then, Muno then died. "Muno!" Foofa says as she runs up to him. "Wait, Foofa, no!" Craig said, running up to her. And this cut into the most heartbreaking scene in this trailer. Foofa grabs onto Muno's body, holds it, and starts sobbing on it. Craig felt really bad as Tex then laughed evilly. Daniel walked on shot and seeing what happened. "Oh my god, what happened?" Daniel said.
Oh, nothing really, Purple Dinosaur. I was just killing some people at this place.
Then Craig and Daniel started to confront Tex as they walk up to him. "You, Redball, have done such awful things to those people. Murdering them all because they were afraid of a certain logo? That is no excuse just to kill somebody," Daniel spoke. "Daniel is right," Craig spoke also, joining the conversation. "You have no remorse of murdering those innocent people. We are going to notify the police and have you executed." Tex then started to chuckle.
Oh, don't make me laugh, you two. Once I'm done with that flower girl, I'll murder the both of you!
Tex then walks up to Foofa and grabs her while holding his chainsaw. As then, Tex started the chainsaw and starts slicing her. Foofa screamed in pain as she was getting killed. Craig and Daniel were shocked seeing this as they ran off. It then showed Craig and Daniel who were still running away from Tex, killing Foofa. And then faded to black. It then showed a city. And then it showed one of the alleyways. Craig and Daniel were there. "I can't believe that red robot was murdering people," Daniel said. "Don't worry, Daniel," Craig said. "I promise we'll tell the police about this and we'll get him executed. After when we do that, we're gonna grave up everyone's bodies," Craig said. Then Craig and Daniel were hearing some screaming, some explosions, and some crying as well. "What is that?" Daniel says. "I don't know," Craig says. Let's go check it out. When Craig and Daniel then looked, it was the city all burned down and abandoned. Then Daniel says, "Oh gosh, what happened?" Craig then got out of the alleyway and looked and said, "Well, I don't know. Maybe..." Craig's sentence was interrupted by a car, but instead the car hit him. Craig was sent flying and also screaming while the car was flying with him. Just then, the car smashes Craig's entire body as blood exploded everywhere, as Craig then died. "Craig!" Daniel cried. "Who did this?" Daniel said.
Yes. I was actually the one that floated that car.
The voice then came from Tex, who was all covered in blood, with Larry's blood as well. Daniel then walks up to him to confront him. "You monster!" Daniel said. "Why did you do this?"
Because it's my duty to. And now you're next to be killed.
Daniel then runs up to Tex and tries to lay a punch on him, but Tex throws him and hits a car. He also realized he lost his arm.
It's over, purple dinosaur. I have won. And now you're next to be killed.
Tex then grabs a chainsaw and an axe, and then faded up to black. The only thing I can hear in the background is chainsaw noises, axe slices, and Daniel screaming, meaning that he's dying. And then stopped, and then fitted back in. But this was the most terrifying thing I ever saw. It was the Mushroom Kingdom on fire, and then showed Tex, who was all covered up in blood. Behind him was a fire with Craig, Bonnie, Golden Freddy, George, and Banjo burning. Tex didn't say anything as the DVD then ended. I got so shocked of what I just saw. Craig was one of my favorite characters, alongside with Larry the Cucumber. And I can't believe Tex murdered everyone in the kingdom. I showed the footage to my mom and she believed me. And she also told me that I'll upload it on YouTube for proof. I had nightmares thinking about Tex trying to kill me, but I'm glad it's all over. But here's the message for today. If you guys see a creepy DVD, I highly recommend you do not watch it at your own risk, or else you will get nightmares.